Today I want to talk about idolization and the importance of not idolizing things too much, not putting things on a pedestal, man. Like, it's so crazy how our minds just tend to put things on a pedestal. Goals, celebrities, people we know that have succeeded in something. This is a habit that you kind of have to break apart and just break down and destroy. Because when you put things on a pedestal, you're subconsciously telling yourself that you can't really measure up to that. And the longer you put things on a pedestal, the more used to it you are, right? Like you get used to putting that person on a pedestal, that goal on a pedestal. So as you're working towards it, part of you is thinking, that goal is really out there. Am I really up to the challenge? Like, that's the thought process that goes on. And, part of this makes sense, right? Sometimes some things that people accomplish is just so amazing. And sometimes maybe you see this, a thought leader or a guru or some sorts, and they have a following and they're known and they're respected and appreciated. Or maybe it's a celebrity you admire and they're really good at this sport, or they donated X amount to a charity and it's something you really admire. You can appreciate them for that and still in your mind think, hey, like, I can accomplish something like that. Sure, me and this person probably have different things going for us, different talents. Maybe I'm not going to accomplish something in that same field, but maybe I can accomplish something just as great in a different field. You have to face the fact that we're in a social media culture, and what the limelight can do on certain people is it can give them a halo effect. And because other people are appreciating this person, it's like, oh my God, it's Billie Eilish, or oh my God, it's Jordan Peterson. Oh my God, it's LeBron James. You have the limelight kind of just, I imagine it like you sitting on a crowd, the person's like on stage and everybody's cheering, and then you're like the only one not cheering like that. Like, you're appreciating the performance, but you're not cheering like that. And everyone's like, dude, what's wrong with you? Like, cheer. Like, what's wrong with you? With all that going on, the person has a halo effect. The quote unquote idol archetype or whatever has a halo effect around them. And if everyone has this buy-in towards them, it's very natural, us being such social animals, to also have that buy-in and put that person on that pedestal. When you're just aware of your consciousness in that moment, you can step back and you can think, this person's a human, just like me, who has talents, which I have talents as well. Maybe we have different talents or similar talents, but this person achieving this thing, this should inspire me to achieve that thing and view myself in a way that I am in the same level as this person. And when you can use inspiration in that fashion, as far as they achieve this, I can do that too. Rather than, oh, that's my idol, they're perfect, they're great, they're amazing. And this brings me to another thing. I think I mentioned this in my Shadow Motivations video. A lot of times when people meet their idols, it's not what they think it is, because they built their idols up in their brain to be a certain way without really knowing the person. You don't know the person. You know the image, you know the outward persona, and you know what the media is showing about the person. So when you meet the person and they don't live up to your ideals, it's not their fault. It's your fault for pedestalizing them and for putting them on this grand stage. And in one sense, they are on a grand stage, but in another sense, they aren't on a grand stage. So this video is pretty much saying, kill your idols, gain inspiration from people, and understand that you can accomplish exactly what they're doing, if not more of what they're doing. This comes down to self-esteem. This comes down to self-belief. This also comes down to a topic that I really enjoy that Carl Jung talks about, which is called individuation. Individuation is ego development. It's the personal development journey that somebody has. It's you shedding yourself from societal ideals and labels, your individual personality, your own way of thinking. In childhood, we kind of have to take our parents' viewpoints on things because they are our parents. That's how we survive, right? But oftentimes around the teenage years is when individuation really starts, where the teenager starts to branch off and be their own. In my Understanding People Part 9, I talked about individuation.
Yeah.
And often you see how teens get all rebellious and things like that, and and it's because they want to break off from the shackles of the home, right? And as you become an adult, there's still a part of you that wants to be that individual self. And for that to happen, you kind of have to go through this journey of self-discovery. Maybe it's meditating, maybe it's being with your thoughts, maybe it's journaling where you want to be, who you are now. Maybe it's journaling certain traits you like about yourself and things you don't like about yourself, situations you succeeded in and things you haven't succeeded in, your interests, your hobbies, all of that. It's important to take an inventory of, and then go towards the things that are true to yourself. Burn your idols, get rid of them. Even my channel, don't pedestalize my channel or my content or me. I'm not perfect. I have, I make mistakes, and I'm on the personal development journey of my own, and so are you, and so is your idol. Oh, and the last thing I want to mention, a lot of times with people we respect on a certain field, we assume that their expertise translates to other fields. So for example, take a basketball player you respect. They're really good on the court, and then you assume that their political ideologies are as sound, as concrete, as researched, and they're as knowledgeable about politics compared to basketball. Another example is maybe somebody that's really knowledgeable about science, maybe it's biological science, and then you assume that they are really sound in like the social sciences, right? That's just another example. So be careful how you do that as well, And this goes back to that halo effect. We just project these positive traits onto idols, and you have to be very aware of how you subtly do it. I think as you go through your own personal development journey, you'll naturally start to question the world around you and things like that.